Hi, welcome back to our video series. It's my pleasure to be with you once again. The issue today that we're going to be talking about is the second season. Now, those of you who are, say, 45 or younger, you can forget about this part. You might want to continue to listen in just to see how things might affect you. But the real focus for today is those of you like myself who are 50 or older and thinking about retirement. We're talking about baby boomers here. I heard a statistic not all that long ago from the American Bar Association that within the next 10 years, 400,000 lawyers will be retiring. Can you imagine that 400,000 lawyers is the number of the volunteers of the largest volunteer organization in the world, the American Bar Association? So while not every member of the American Bar Association is over 50, that carries with it some very serious consequences for the profession. And I don't want to talk about that today. I want to talk about the consequences for you. In our world today, falling economic structures all around us. Somebody said to me just today, we no longer have 401ks to worry about. We have 101ks to worry about. I don't know about you, but most of the folks I'm talking to have seen in the last few weeks their net worth decrease by at least 50%. Now, what does that mean in terms of your practice? Does that mean that you're going to have to continue to work longer? Does that mean still that you'll be able to sell your practice or merge your practice? What I'm suggesting here is that the second season of your life, what another person, friend of mine, had said, the red zone of our lifetime, analogizing it to a football game, is a very critical area. Clearly that is. And as long as we're in good health, as long as we're productive economically, many of us think of ourselves as immortal, that our practice should have an estate plan just as we should have an estate plan. So think about that. What is it that you want to do with your practice? Do you want to voluntarily conclude it at a date of your own choosing? Do you want to sell that practice? Do you want to merge the practice? Or do you merely want to walk away from the practice? I have spent, since 1991, evangelizing amongst lawyers all over this country that law practices, law firms, even solo practices have a value, and that there is no reason to walk away from that value, that goodwill. You would not give me the $1 million or the $100,000 CD that's in your bank account. Why? Because that goes to your family, to your heirs. So too should the value of your practice. It should be converted in a way that's comfortable for you, but where the economic value of that practice gets transferred to your estate, to your heirs. What are you going to do in the second season? Are you going to retire, travel? Are you going to start a new business? In my own case, I saw my father sell his business, retire, and his whole complexion began to change. It was as though he felt himself in a warehouse merely waiting to die. The minute the company that bought our company out ran into trouble and called him to ask him to come back to help them, his whole demeanor changed. His skin color came back, and he again was youthful. The point here that I want to make for you to consider today is, what are you going to do in the red zone of your life, in the second season of your life, and how is that going to impact not only you, but also your family? Thank you for joining us today.